It takes 2 weeks to change your life, and I mean change your life. I don't lie when I say change your life. I'm not exaggerating when I say change your life. I mean it, change your life. I just want to talk to you guys about some very simple things that you can do, which I've mentioned several times before, but sometimes it helps to hear it from a different perspective of how you can change your life in 2 weeks. And I don't mean for the bad, but for the good. But before I start, I like to start with gratitude. Sometimes I don't always get the time because of time limits, but thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for sharing this with people who need it. Thank you so much for just all your support, and thank you so much for buying my affirmation cards, which are available on my shop, templeofsunshine.com/shop. Anyway, so what I mean by you can change everything in 2 weeks. So 2 weeks, why am I saying 2 weeks? Usually they say a habit takes 21 days to implement. So a habit of, let's say, meditation or trying a new workout, or, I do intermittent fasting, and they say, like, stick with it for at least 21 days, because then it becomes part of your routine and it no longer becomes this thing that you have to do. It's just part of your daily routine. The reason why I'm not saying 21 days and I'm saying 2 weeks is because in 2 weeks you'll definitely see a change. And I know that when I started reading The Secret, everything changed for me within 2 days, maybe not even 2 weeks. So it really is a quick turnaround time. But the reason why I've said 2 weeks is because I want to motivate you, whoever's watching this, to turn it all around. And I'm a really positive person. I'm a very, spiritual, positive. All of the things I teach you, it's coming from the fact that I do it myself. And I'm still going to do this with you, because who doesn't want like a little rejig? If you're stuck in a rut or things are going really bad for you, let's say that you are at rock bottom, it takes 2 weeks to turn it all around. So how are we going to do that? Let's talk about that. So first things first, we know what I'm going to say. Start thinking better thoughts, even if it's difficult, even if you absolutely hate everything around you, hate your surroundings, hate your life. You can feel one better feeling thought. I don't know if you guys can hear the rain, but I really love that noise against like the windows in my conservatory or my loft. Oh, I love it. But sorry, you need to start thinking a better thinking thoughts. So for example, let's say we are this girl. We are in our 20s. By the way, if you don't resonate this, if you're a boy and you're not in your 20s, this doesn't matter. We're just going to create a persona. You're a girl, you're in your 20s, you hate your job, you have either a toxic relationship, or you're not happy where your love life is, or you have a partner but you want things to be better. Let's say you're not happy with your appearance right now. And let's add another little thing into the mix. You've just not been enjoying things. You've been getting up every day thinking, oh, I have to get up. And you've been sort of going to bed every day thinking, I'm really tired, but I'm going to keep scrolling on my phone. I'm not really excited for tomorrow. I've got work again. I've got to do this. You're just sort of average Joe. Let's call her Amy. I don't know why I picked that name. It's just what's come into my mind. So Amy, she's in her 20s. She's demotivated. She's not loving life, okay? Whether you can resonate to Amy or not a problem. Just imagine this subject, and we're going to talk about how I change it, and you can do all the things I suggest in this video for Amy, but you can do it for your own life and your own situation. So what I would suggest to Amy, step 1 is practice gratitude. Before you even read about the law of attraction, before you even start your affirmations, before you even start visualizing and journaling, blah blah blah, that all comes when you're feeling good. Step 1 is to start feeling good again, and one of the great ways to supercharge feeling good again is gratitude. So when Amy wakes up in the morning and she snoozes her alarm 7 times, I've been Amy many times, in fact I'm still Amy sometimes now, I love my sleep. Amy should wake up and say, I am thankful for another day in my life. That should be her first point of gratitude, and this is you too. You better be taking notes, because this is important. Start by just simply thanking. It doesn't have to be to anyone. Just thank you for another day. And you know, like I said in previous videos, you could say thank you to the universe, you could say thank you to God, you could say thank you to yourself and your inner spirit, or you can just say thank you without any sort of, not to anyone, not from anyone, just thank you. Just be thankful. And then I suggest that Amy should actually, and this is day one, Amy should say thank you for a few more things. Think of 3 random things she's thankful for. So that Amy might think, okay, I'm really thankful for my family and my partner. I'm really thankful that I'm employed. So Amy's annoyed that she has to wake up and turn on her laptop while working from home or get changed and go to work. Amy should be thankful that she has an earning and a stable income in the middle of a pandemic, full stop, even if she hates it, hates it. Right, and then maybe she can be thankful for something else. And sometimes I like to slip in something silly, like I'm thankful for coffee, or I'm thankful for the lunch I'm looking forward to, or I'm really thankful, I say this a lot, but I'm really thankful for my warm snuggly bed, because imagine how many people don't have that. So it's something to be thankful about. Always be thankful about the stupidest little things, like I am thankful for the breeze because it is cooling me down. I am thankful for doors because what would we do without doors? Like, would you just have archways? Would you not be able to enter buildings? I'm thankful for TVs. They're entertaining. I'm thankful for Netflix, you know. So Amy would wake up, be a bit more grateful, and then she'd drink some water. Stay hydrated. And this is not me giving you health advice. This is me simply telling you that from a spiritual perspective, making yourself feel better, for making yourself feel more energetic, I definitely think you need to drink more water. Anyway, next, then Amy would get on with her day, but Amy would make a commitment to herself today is to think better thoughts. So she might be someone who is self-programmed to constantly think negatively, right? She's always thinking negatively. Fine, not a problem. We're going to change that. So then when she starts to think of a negative thought, so let's say she's getting on with her day and she's like, oh, I can't be bothered to dial on to this meeting. In that moment, she needs to do this thing called pivot. So Abraham Hicks, they talk about this thing called a pivot. When you have a negative thought, when you're feeling down about something, you pivot. So I think pivot is like a term that I learned in like netball and like PE in primary school. But I remember like the shift, the pivot. And I always imagine myself like moving direction when I pivot. And pivot is simply replace that negative thought with a good thought. And one thing I like to do as well is ask myself, is this thought serving me? Is this thought bringing me good manifestations? Is this thought attracting what I want? No, it's not. So then I would suggest, as Amy is, I would be like, okay, let's replace this with a good thought. I am not excited for this meeting, but I'm grateful that I have a meeting to go to. That means I'm employed. After this meeting, I will choose to do something I want. I will choose to maybe go on a walk. I will choose to read for 15 minutes. Maybe I'll put the TV on as background noise, but you know, get a little distracted. Do something that I enjoy. And then throughout the day, she should start choosing better feeling thoughts. When she starts to feel a little bit better just by changing her thoughts on a daily basis, small little things like if someone annoys you, if something's bothering you, or if you start to like, you know, look in the mirror and be like picking at your appearance, just stop for a second. And you don't need to lie to yourself and be like, I am stunning. You can just be like, I am grateful that, you know, I have a body that allows me to walk, think, touch, taste, speak to people. It allows me to work, it allows me to go places. Just be thankful that you can do that, you know. Always think of a better feeling thought, even if it's something really simple. And if you're really upset about the situation, let's say it's not something you can think one singular good thought about, think about something else. So let's say she got really annoyed at a family member that day, and she was really bothered and really tense, and she was like, this is why I hate everything. She's starting to spiral. She's starting to get those negative thoughts again. That is going to bring her back to rock bottom. She needs to pivot and think about something completely different, completely random. She can just sort of completely redirect her attention. Go on your phone, go on Instagram, just do something else in that moment so that you don't end up in that spiral of negative thoughts, because as soon as you start thinking negative thoughts, that's what you are attracting to yourself. Anyway, so a few days go by and Amy has started to think more positively, very small changes. She hasn't done anything massive yet. She's not even started on her affirmations. She's not even trying with the law of it. She's just getting by. She's waking up, she's saying her gratitude, she's thinking better thoughts. Now, when she started to feel a little bit better, she's a bit more sprightly, maybe she's in a better mood. When you are in a good mood, I now start to now is when you start to introduce affirmations. So Amy would start with her affirmations. So she would either do this just by saying good things to herself, trying out my affirmation cards, shameless plug, they are on my website, or she would, you know, write them down in her journal. There's many ways to do affirmations. I would obviously go for sort of saying them to yourself in the mirror, using the cards to your benefit, blue tacking the cards to your mirror, but I could go on about the cards. Let's move on. So Amy would start with her affirmations. So, daily routine. She's woken up, she's expressed gratitude, and now naturally she's finding more things to be grateful for. Throughout her day, she's being more grateful. She's being grateful throughout the day. Like when she's in her car, she's like, I'm grateful for my car. When she's, you know, eating a nice meal, she's grateful for that meal. She's starting to get more and more grateful throughout her day. It's starting to become a natural process because she's practicing gratitude and it's getting easier. And if it's not getting easier, she needs to remind herself to be grateful. What I do is I remind myself to be grateful whenever I see something on the clock like 11:11 or 22:22, or sometimes it can just be something like 12:12, you know, or sometimes it says 1 2 3 4. Like if I see any recurring number, whether that's like I'm on Twitter and I can see the number of comments is 222, I will remind myself to be grateful for something or the other. That's just something I do. People call those angel numbers. People sort of say that the universe is sort of like giving you a push in like a direction, saying, you know, you're doing a great job. It's kind of like a well done, you've got this kind of message from the universe. But I use it as a reminder to simply just say thank you about something, anything, because I forget to say thank you for so many things that manifest throughout my day and I feel bad. So Amy is now starting to be more grateful about lots of different things. Then she starts to implement affirmations. She either does this in the mirror, she starts to say this to herself, she starts to, every time she gets a negative thought, she starts to do a positive affirmation instead. She's finding this easier because affirmations have such a positive energy around them that she's feeling immediately better. Every time that she feels doubtful about something in her relationship or about her body or her career, she's like, no, things are working out for me, everything's working out, best case scenario, I am strong, I'm positive, I'm creative, blah blah blah. And she's doing this as a daily routine. She's doing her affirmations every day. What this is now doing is giving her more self-confidence. It is reprogramming that brain of yours to realize that you are limitless. Let's move on. So we're still in the period of 2 weeks. It's only been like 3-4 days at this point. Amy will now start getting her notepad out and starting to do this thing called hypnotic writing, or as we know it, scripting. Now, hypnotic writing, oh, what's this? This sounds really creepy. I have a video on this on my IGTV. Please go check that out. It's just called scripting. She starts scripting, and scripting is you get one page, however big your notepad is, whether that's A4 or A5. I use A5 because A4 is a lot of writing and A5 is much more portable, but anyway, not important. And you put a title, so like it can be anything. I do my scripting month per month, but I would sometimes give it a title. Like for example, if I was talking about my business, I'd put Temple of Sunshine at the top. So we give it a topic, so we're not just going to get out of hand, go on a million tangents. But if I do want to do a whole life one, I just write my ideal life, my ideal self, my ideal mindset, health and fitness, things like that. So Amy will then find an area of her life that she wants to manifest new things in. Now she's bringing in the law of attraction because she's feeling better. She's now more conscious of the law of attraction because she's starting to feel better through gratitude, affirmations, thinking better thoughts. Now is a good time to acknowledge the law of attraction, research it more, and bring it into your life because you are actively thinking better thoughts. Before, Amy was always down in the dumps and she was only attracting negative things. Introducing the law of attraction at that point would have really freaked her out because she's like, well, this is why everything sucks in my life. Now, as things are getting better, it's good to now call in as in the law of attraction is always working, but now it's a good time to research and put more energy behind it. So now she's found out about scripting. She's like, wow, okay, pen and paper, and you fill out the whole page just by writing. You don't stop. It's like in English classes when your teacher would be like, I'm going to give you 15 minutes and you can't stop writing. She's not going to stop writing. She's going to keep going. She's going to keep writing, like, I'm so happy and grateful that I have now fixed my body image issues, things are great with my boyfriend, or I have manifested a new partner. She's going to keep going. I love my job, things have completely changed, or I've manifested a new job, blah, blah, blah. And she's going to get to the end of the page and she's going to stop, or she's going to keep going if she enjoys it. And she's going to do this every day, right? A few more days pass. I think we're getting to the point of halfway now. We're getting to a week. She's starting to feel better. She's starting to see more good things coming in her way. She's starting to attract more good things. Her affirmations are coming true, where she's saying stuff like, good things happen to me, and I'm always at the right place at the right time. She's starting to find herself in these situations. With the law of attraction, she's starting to get that sort of beginner's little tingle you get when you've manifested something and you didn't realize it was going to happen. She's starting to get those little butterflies in her stomach, like, oh my god, this is real. And now she's going to find out that the law of attraction is very much real. She's going to start experimenting with manifesting, and this is when the second week comes in. She's going to start manifesting little things like a text from a friend. She's going to start manifesting little small things. She's going to play about with it. She's going to be like, can I manifest a cup of coffee? Or can I manifest, just little things. Like I always say, try and manifest a call from a friend you've not spoken to in ages, things like that. She's going to now get into visualization, because she's like, hang on a sec. I've had a lot of people manifest great things through the law of attraction with visualization. She's going to get into visualization. She's going to start closing her eyes every day. She's going to start imagining her dream life. Everything she scripted on that paper, she's going to now bring it into vision. And this is so important, guys, because you are making that manifestation a vision. Because we're visual animals, right? Everything is through our eyes. And actually hearing and eyes, I think, are our sort of main thing. So she's going to start visualizing. And once again, I have a video on this on my IGTV. Go check that out if you haven't seen it. She's going to start visualizing her desires. What's it going to feel like? What's it going to be like? What's she going to look at when things get better at her job and she's loving it? How's she going to feel when things are better with her boyfriend or she's manifested a new partner? How's she going to feel when she's confident in her body and she tries on outfits and she feels really good about herself, rather than looking in the mirror and being like, I don't like myself, Things are going to get better. I promise you. Like, I don't even know what to say, because at this point, things are magical. You're going to start visualizing. It's going to feel amazing. And when she finishes that visualization session, she's going to feel really good. And that's going to keep momentum going. And within those 2 weeks, she's going to manifest lots of different little things. Sometimes manifest something huge. Some people have that beginner's, I don't want to say luck, because I don't believe in luck. It's all blessings. It's all manifestation. I don't believe in luck, because I believe we control our reality. But, she's going to get that beginner's luck, because when you try and start something and you're new to it, you're so motivated to do it. You're so excited to do it that you're going to literally be like supercharged in manifesting, because you're doing the gratitude, you're doing your affirmations, you're doing your journaling, you're doing your visualization, you're doing it all the time, constantly, without even knowing it. And when I say all the time, it's because your thoughts are better. At the end of the day, all this journaling and visualization, it's all to just change your mind and your perspective, and allow yourself to believe that you can do what you need to do, want to do, and that you are worthy of it, and that you have all it takes to fulfill your wildest dreams. At the end of these 2 weeks, Amy is now feeling amazing. Amy's feeling that she can conquer the world, and Amy is feeling that she can achieve her wildest dreams, the stuff that she packed away in a little box and allowed it to collect dust in her attic. No, she's taken that box out again. She's like, I do want to, become CEO of my own marketing company, or I do want to become a scuba diving instructor, or I do want to absolutely scrap everything and move to Canada. I don't know, whatever your dreams are, it's possible and it's doable. And it takes 2 weeks to turn your mindset around to feel that you can do it. Because once you start feeling worthy of all your desires, there's no stopping you. And it takes it takes 2 weeks to turn it all around. I promise you, if you follow these simple steps that I've told you, start with gratitude when you wake up first thing in the morning, because who likes getting out of a warm toasty bed in winter? Forget winter, even summer. Who likes getting out of bed? And who likes motivating themselves for the day? Who likes looking at to-do lists? And if you are that kind of person, good for you, but you could implement this too, because it will only make things better. Then she's starting to think better feeling thoughts. Then she's starting to believe in the law of attraction. She's doing her affirmations, she's visualizing. Those simple steps, if you introduce them over 2 weeks, it's going to be amazing. And I've written an article and I've done a few videos now on the mindset gym. Also on my blog, you could go check that on my website if you want to know more about this mindset gym that I talk about. When you hit this mindset gym, which is basically doing any of these activities for only 10 minutes a day, like scripting and visualizing, 10 minutes a day, done. Don't need to spend any more time with these manifesting activities, just good thinking thoughts. Good thinking thoughts should be your default. Once you've hit the mindset gym for 10 minutes a day, world's your oyster. Like, it doesn't need to, it doesn't need to be this daily activity that takes ages, but you've got this, and it takes 2 weeks. And if you just implement these very small steps into your life, things can change so much. Amy, who is of course a fictional character, went from being depressed, down in the dumps, not seeing any hope, to now seeing that she's worthy of her desires, but also things aren't so difficult all the time and things can get better. And that's what I mean by change your life in 2 weeks. It doesn't always mean that she goes from working a 9-to-5 job to becoming like CEO of her own company and like earning millions of pounds. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is she has now got a complete different mindset that will allow her to do all those things. And it takes 2 weeks. I'm telling you, it takes 2 weeks. Anyway, guys, talk to you next time. It's been wonderful having this chat with you. Bye.